Akiba's Trip the animation is a blast to watch, not because of anything narratively groundbreaking or technically outstanding, but because it embraces the fun and stupidity of its concept. Most of the time when I watch a series like this, there always seems to be some level of urgency or desperation in its premise, which leads to the show having a somewhat serious take on a lot of its contents, something that I see in plenty of battle harems, especially as of late. The problem that arises with this is that it doesn't take on a true focus due to it adding in both comedic moments along with serious topics. On the other hand, if the show takes the full-on comedic or parody route, runtime could possibly become an issue, as there is only so much you can do narratively speaking before your audience becomes bored, something that Space Patrol Luluco capitalized on with its shorter episode lengths. With Akiba's Trip, its outer shell seems like nothing out of the ordinary. Its premise is about a group called Electric Mayonnaise defeating aliens by stripping off their clothes in order to save Akihabara, a new take on the already beaten to death save the world premise. But Akiba's Trip the animation is able to take the quote-unquote world in danger approach and flip it on its head, not only making full use of its cultural referencing in a smart manner, but also grounding its outlandish stupidity in a world that is perfect for it. Comedy is a completely subjective area, but the idea of dumb versus smart humor is something I find interesting with Akiba's Trip. While the show certainly can be classified as stupid, it definitely is not dumb in regards to its actual joke or reference making. As I said earlier, referencing other anime in a parody style is a big go-to when creating a lot of comedies nowadays, but I find the fun of Akiba's comedy to be in its relatability to lifestyle choices, i.e. its take on an audiophile, terrestrial radio, PC building, and numerous other topics. While this can qualify as nothing new, the fun of its jokes are in the details of these hobbies, rather than just being a blanket stereotype. It doesn't just make the reference for the sake of having a common interest between the viewer and creator, or for the sake of having an Easter egg for viewers to find. It goes above and beyond that, sometimes even belittling that content as well. I love the dueling sequence in episode 9 because it takes that outlandish spectacle we know from the franchise and grounds it in its true form. The Yu-Gi-Oh! Animated series is nothing but a marketing platform, taking its simple card game idea and exaggerating it beyond belief. And Akiba's Trip doesn't pull any punches in saying that it's incredibly ridiculous. However, these outlandish scenes fit where our characters are, because Akihabara is all about embracing the quote-unquote wild idea, which leads me into my next point. Location, location, location. It's a phrase tossed around mostly in the context of where you would want to live, but it's also an important detail in pre-production for live action as well as animation. While the setting can be used to set the area our narrative and cast takes part in, the world can also become all the more important in immersing your audience into what the character sees, and even almost becoming a character in themselves. Luke's from Technolize, the Witch's Labyrinths from Madoka Magica, and even Ikebukuro from Durarara become their own entities as they affect our characters almost like a normal everyday character would. And with Akiba's Trip, it really is no different. Akihabara is the perfect location for a show like this because the world itself is all about creativity and capitalizing on imagination. I love anime as a platform because of the creativity and exaggeration it can breathe into something live action cannot, and Akiba's Trip makes full use of bringing out the fun of the otaku fandom. Considering its final boss in the last episode consists of two giant forms of energy battling each other created from the power of Akiba's love of everything that is otaku, using Ode to Joy as its musical piece, to then finally pulling a Back to the Future cliffhanger, I'm pretty sure they made full use of this world and the crazy antics it contains. Akiba's Trip the animation is certainly far-fetched, and sure, the show is definitely not for everyone, but if more series with these concepts embrace their stupidity without dumbing down its humor or trying to be a mixing pot of recycled ideas, we may advance this medium even more than we already have. If you are interested in checking out Akiba's Trip, you can watch the series for free in either language over on Crunchyroll or Verve. Now, what are your thoughts on Akiba's Trip? Comment below. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. Subscribe for more anime related content and follow me on Twitter, Kitsu, and my anime list if you're interested. I'm Kent from Spartan Media Reviews, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Thank you for watching.